I hope everybody's doing good. I still remember all of you from last year where we had our SolidCAM World in Rosenheim. I hope that a lot of you have still memories about the event. It was an honor. We are here in Prague today talking together with Greg Payton, our Senior Vice President of Partners Global, about our amazing partnerships. We also have a customer here today coming on stage later because we did a lot of amazing partnerships at SolidCAM, and we want to highlight a couple of those partners to all of you. So I want to ask you, are you feeling good? Yeah. Come on, I cannot hear you. Are you really feeling good? Better, better, better. All right, so we still run into the same problem, that the clicker works. So I get asked this question a lot when I'm traveling, and I was able and lucky to travel a lot in the last years. Why do we have so much partnerships? Why are we spending all the efforts and hours and countless hotel nights somewhere to establish those partnerships? It's actually pretty easy because for us at SolidCAM, this isn't just a strategy, it's our DNA. And from the early days when Emil decided to found this company, he partnered because that's the only way to make progress fast. Of course, we animated it. We want to introduce to you today the SolidCAM Partnerships ecosystem. We always talk about ecosystems, but I do think it's very important to keep in mind that you have different partners for different things. So Greg, would you explain to us what kind of partners we have?
Yeah, so the technical partnerships that we have are, the types of partnerships that we have range from strategic partnerships. These are going to be OEM alliances. These are going to be companies that really align with what SolidCAM is trying to do. This is machine tool builders. This could be anybody that works within the manufacturing ecosystem. And along with that, we also have technical partnerships. This is where we get our information for driving these complex machines to make sure that we are up to date on all the different kinematic types that are coming out, because these machine tool builders are getting very, very creative when they're building out these new machines to create new complex functionalities. And from a old post-processor writer, there's some of these new machines that absolutely scare me when I see them. And it's our development team and our working with these partners that allows us to get the information we need to support these new machines. And then lastly, we have these commercial partnerships. How do we get SolidCAM out there and in front of our customers? That way we can all benefit from the use of SolidCAM.
And you know, commercial partnerships, Natalie and Linda just said it. It's our resellers here as well. So this is part of the whole partnership ecosystems because we are here together changing the future of manufacturing, and all those partnerships at the end will help shape the future of manufacturing. We have seen this slide quite often. Every year I'm going to do this presentation. There is more logos on it, so I'm running out of space meanwhile. But it's very important to understand why we are doing all of that. And I actually asked myself in the beginning of the presentation, why are we doing it? And there is only one simple reason, because in the center of all of that are our customers. Customers at this days, they don't want to buy like a machine there, software there, and probably a tool over there. They want to buy a solution that just works for their machine shop, and this is very important. And Greg, in the US, I think it's exactly the same, right?
Yeah, everybody's looking for those solutions. Emil hit on it earlier, Natalie hits on it, but it is a really powerful message because there's a lot of things that have to come together to make this whole thing work, whether it's tooling solutions, coolant solutions, the software that drives the tool paths. We want to make sure that everything comes together seamlessly and have those solutions for our customers, for our prospects. That way they know they can stay ahead of their competition when they're programming with SolidCAM.
Absolutely right. So there is one partnership I wanted to highlight first, and this was very important for me to start with it. DMG has become a major partner of SolidCAM. We established the DMQP partnership, which was Emil talking about, in 2024. But before that, we also had a close relationship with DMG. And you know, we are not just partnering with them in order that we go to exhibitions together, we go to some open houses together. No, we are partnering because we want to understand that our software works the best on their machine. We want to understand that we have certified post-processors that are working out of the box for their machines. And this is not just always about making nice lights, whatever. There's a lot of work behind of the scenes making those partnerships work. And I want to highlight one special project. As you can all see here, let me just go over there. We designed a rim, and Wolfgang is smiling at me right now because he was the, let's say, the godfather of this rim. We were thinking about a project for the EMU. And then we started to think, and maybe Flo, it's now the right time for you to come on stage as well. Florian Knegel. Welcome on stage. So,
hi everybody.
well, we have to switch the microphone on. Number 4.
Hi everybody. Thank you for the invitation.
Of course, anytime. So, Flo is the owner and the CEO of Lade Manufaktur, and I'm not sure who else can see those turbocharger housing we made for the last exhibition. It is gold-plated, and these are the projects we are doing together with, for example, the Mori and the customers or customers of ours to push the boundaries of what's possible. We want to show the people out there that with the right software, with the right machine, with the right partners, with the right tool, you can create amazing things. And now let's talk about the rim, because I think it's extraordinary, and we will hear more about it tomorrow in the technical session from Wolfgang Heller. But let me just tell you one thing. When we started with it, I was sending only a sketch in WhatsApp to Wolfgang Heller, and this beautiful thing came out of it after countless hours of machining. So, Flo, this rim is made of titanium. Why?
Yes, so we teamed up several years ago, and last year we created those shiny, bright golden turbocharger compressor housings. And at the beginning of this year, you asked me if we can do a new project this year. And your idea was like a useful part, like a wheel, light alloy wheel, aluminum part. And I said, yeah, okay, let me ask my friend Jean-Pierre from JP Performance. But the problem was light alloy wheels, I would say nearly every CNC shop can do these parts. And I asked Jean-Pierre, hey, maybe we could do something a bit more special, and I'd like to ask you if we do something like a titanium wheel. And he said, okay, I'm in. After this, I called you and told you, yeah, okay, Jean-Pierre is in, we can do this, but we have to switch from aluminum to titanium. And you said, okay, let's go for this. Yeah. Let's ask some partners, and yeah, that's what we see here.
Yeah, there is one fun fact about the rim. I'm not sure if everyone can hear it, but it's so fragile that you will hear it vibrating even from me just hitting it. So you can only imagine what it takes to... I think they heard it. 160 hours of machining time.
160, wow. Okay.
But let's be honest, it took us quite some time to understand the toolware, to find the right strategies, and obviously we used die machining for the rim as well, and it just worked.
Wow.
You can see here I'm rotating the rim so you can see the shape, because it's very special. It's hard for you guys to see it, but the actual spoke is going through the whole rim. Usually you have a brake disc inside, and the specialty of this rim is that the whole blade is going through the whole rim. So that was very special. We had to use tools 420 millimeters long, and yeah, Wolfgang is still smiling because he was the one who machined it. Okay, we have a video of it. It's together with the Mori, so enjoy. So it's a one-of-a-kind part. And by the way, we are machining 4 wheels because a car doesn't drive with 1 wheel. We are still manufacturing them right at the moment. And I would say at the beginning of December, Wolfgang, are they ready then? Yes, they're ready. All right. So Florian, can you explain a little bit more what ladder manufacturer is?
Yeah, okay, at least we're a small company, started in 2014. We're manufacturing turbochargers for the most expensive hypercars on the planet, and sometimes just small turbochargers as well, or golden turbochargers as well. And yeah, my part is to bring stupid ideas to life together with our partners and do a bit of marketing in social media wise.
So you started off being a SolidCAM customer about 8 years ago, something like this?
Yeah, it's been in 2016, I think.
Okay, great. So out of that, we established a very, very nice partnership, and I would say also friendship. So
Definitely.
thank you for making things like this possible with us. I think it's amazing, and it shows the whole industry that everything is possible.
Everything is possible.
Thank you.
Strong partners.
All right. Okay, so this whole rim, I think we talked a lot about it and enough about it. But why we are doing this? It's a lot of work. We have to be at the manufacturing site for a couple of weeks. We started to plan this in February this year, and now it's here. We are doing this because social media matters. And this guy here, what you can see with me, of course it's a screen capture, but it is Jean-Pierre Kremer from JP Performance. He is the world's most famous car influencer, I would say. And this video, after a week, had 1 million views. So we all have to utilize this momentum of social media in order to go forward. And if you want, you can scan the QR code. And talking about social media and a guy we know well, I would like to call on stage another friend of ours.
Yes, please introduce to the stage Mr. Donald Hinsky.
Donnie, what's up? How are you doing?
I am great. I am great. How are you?
Welcome.
Yes. First off, I just want to say thank you to Linda and Emil. Y'all really know how to throw an event. You know how to throw a party. So thank you so much for bringing everyone out here once a year for these crazy expensive trips to sit here and talk about SolidCAM. That is really cool. So thank you
Thank
for
you
everything.
for coming.
Yes, really appreciate it. So yeah, some of you may or may not know this. I quit my last job. Got a new job. And one thing at my new job I really wanted to do is keep one thing I learned in my old job still kind of true, and that is free education. I think when it comes to this industry, education is it's the most important thing we can focus on because, I mean, let's be real, it's the future, right? I mean, if you don't start teaching these kids how to run these machines, eventually we're not going to have people running machines, and if you don't have people running machines, you can't get here on the plane you got here on, you can't get here in the car you rode here in, you don't have any of that. So I've always seen it as the most essential thing we do. It's actually shocking to me how many partners not SolidCAM, of course, y'all have been great, but some partners I reach out to, they're like, oh, we could create this website where they could pay $200 a month and they could take your courses, and it's like, why would you do that? Why would you make this cost money for the next generation? It didn't for us. We all learned through trial and tribulation at different shops. However you got here, it's you know, it's an interesting story for each and every one of us, but that is my #1 thing with my new YouTube channel is trying to keep education free and, you know, not always have the most flattering faces. Thank you guys for putting that photo up there. But yeah, so that's kind of what we've been doing at Dynamic, and, you know, SolidCAM partnered up with us, and now we're going to be kind of showing more educational things in SolidCAM. The next video we're doing, actually Greg helped me out with it, we're going to do a blade where we swarf, barrel mill, and ball mill different step overs to achieve different surface finishes and show which tools are good for what and why you would use them in what situation. I think that's information a lot of people could use. So those are the kind of videos we're going to be making, and yeah.
Excellent, because one of the things that I've found in all my travels is I'll go to these open houses and I'll go to these trade shows, and one of the biggest questions I get is, do I know anybody that's looking for a job? Because the industry is severely lacking in talent. We have a lot of people that know the industry, but these people are getting towards the end of their careers, and it's leaving a huge gap for the next generation. And that's why videos like this that are explaining processes in detail, the tremendous work that Donnie's been doing, with these videos just showcasing what the actual manufacturing landscape looks like and how to program these complex machines is so valuable, because it helps bring up a new generation of manufacturers, and all of them are going to be wanting to use SolidCAM for their careers.
Yeah, especially even with schools. We already have schools in the United States using, where I see it down there, it's this video right here. So now this isn't SolidCAM, but other SolidCAM videos are coming. We have a school in Arkansas that's actually using that video as part of their curriculum to teach kids thread milling and how to use macros. So as we create more videos, and they can get, SolidCAM for free through whatever methods that is. I don't know how the educational platform works, but they can start using SolidCAM to teach kids at schools. I mean, what's more important than that if you're in this field? Like, really? Like you go to, wow, this is huge. You go to this photo right here. These kids are all from RIT Racing in New York, and we actually spent 14 hours. You can see all the oil in my hair. That's not what my hair normally looks like. But we worked on machines for like 14, 15 hours to get their parts done for a race car. And I had a guy comment on that post. He says, "How much did you charge them?" And I said, "Nothing." And he said, "Man, know your worth." And I just immediately was like, really know your worth? I know my worth. I know I could charge them $250 an hour, but they're kids at a college in New York trying to make a race car. Why on earth would you charge for that? And these kids come in and they're running the Citizen, they're running the DNs. I mean, you can see some of the parts right there that we actually had on the table. I mean, it's super cool to be a part of that. It's super cool to teach the next generation. I do think it's the most important thing we can do. So, yes, I'm very lucky to be the person who gets to be a part of that.
All right. Well, thank you, Donnie, for joining us.
Thank you, Donnie. Yeah, and SolidCAM itself, we pay a lot of attention to education. For example, all over the globe, and especially in Germany, we have created, thank you, our own education department where we are actually training all the kids and people in schools to use SolidCAM. And whenever they go out in the machine shop, obviously they know how to use SolidCAM. So next in our partner presentation today is Citizen. We have established an amazing partnership with Citizen during the last years. Now the clicker works very well again. We started in 2018. And why did we even start it? Because we felt that those machines out there are not easy to program. We all know that, right? You guys know it. So SolidCAM developed itself into being able to control Swiss-type machines in the most easiest way out there. And we got the L20 ATC for our technology center, and then we really started to understand what it actually takes to support Swiss-type machines. Then we started to build certified post-processors. I mean, we saw the picture earlier at Emil's presentation. We are giving joint demos. We are part of their open houses. And all of that ecosystem, partner ecosystem, will help us at the end of sell our software to the customer base, which is obviously our priority, and to keep our customers happy, because whenever they will buy a Citizen machine, they already know that we have a proven post-processor, our software is right, and that everything just works. And this is the most important thing out there. What you can see here is me explaining SolidCAM at the Citizen European sales event. Greg was there as well. And we introduced to them a special Miltern and Swiss package that we can show to you later as well, where, because we were thinking, how can we package software with the machine? So we came up with a package, and we will get this information to you after the event shortly, because it works great. We did a test in Germany, and it just works fine. So we'll get more info about it very soon. Emil showed it already. This is Markus Reisig. He is the CEO of Citizen Machinery Europe. And I have to always repeat myself saying a partnership is between human beings. So it's not just that SolidCAM is partnering with Citizen. It's your local partnership. It's your local contact. So find the right guys. Refer to us. Refer to Markus Reisig that we have a partnership already in Germany. And let's use this, because I do think it's very important. We also have a strong cooperation with Citizen Japan, so we've been there quite often at the headquarters and showed them what we were able to do. And all of those manufacturers usually used something else. I don't want to mention the name, but this company stopped their support, stopped to develop further, so they are all looking for new platforms like us, and we, of course, can support it all. One special thing we tried, we have talked about SolidCAM for operators in the beginning. Emil mentioned it. I do think it's the best CAM tool on the planet. You can see it here installed on a Citizen machine directly on the Mitsubishi controller. And actually, I was shocked by myself that it works so nice, but it works without any flaws. And the cool thing about it, and I will give you guys later a demo about SolidCAM for operators on a tablet, you can use this on a machine to make your setup faster. You see exactly the simulation of what's going to be cut, and machinists here in the room, they know how hard it is to run a part without actually having seen the simulation first. It's almost impossible on a Swiss lathe like this. So this will be developed further together with Citizen and us, so it will run natively on the Mitsubishi controller, and it's just an awesome thing, if you ask me. Yes. Cool. Oh, that was good. Greg, you want to tell us more about post-processors?
When it comes to Citizen machines, our international team has been working tirelessly to build out a complete library of post-processors for the L series machines, the M series machines, D series, B series. I know we've got some K series machines in there as well. So we cover just about the entirety of the Citizen brand. And anything that we see that maybe it's an older machine or it's something that may be a little more obscure, our post-processor team is well equipped to handle those machines. Ask Eric about some of the stuff that he's done with some absolute dinosaurs of a Citizen machine and was able to get a post-processor for that customer no problem. So our command of these types of machines is very, very strong and getting stronger by the day.
By the way, where is Daniel and his team? I cannot see you, it's too bright. But thank you. Okay, let's continue. If the clicker works, we can continue. Let's talk about Ceratizid. Emil was mentioning FreeTurn in the beginning. We partner up with tool manufacturers not just to have their tools natively included in our tool catalog, but we also develop together with them toolpaths. We are developing further our software in order to support all those new tools and new machines that are out there. And we have created a nice video of FreeTurn inside SolidCAM. And you might say that this technology is available a long time on the market, but there is a big difference between static and dynamic turning. And we are going to enable the dynamic turning very soon, and we will announce when it's ready. Next, we are going to talk about Tornos. Greg?
Yeah, absolutely. So for the last few years, we've been developing a robust partnership with Tornos. And for those of you that don't know Tornos, Tornos is one of the oldest CNC Swiss manufacturers out there. And they've got a lot of complex machines. And we've been working with them, obviously in Motier, directly at their headquarters, but also within Latin America, the United States. Obviously, Hervé in France has done a lot of tremendous work helping us support these types of machines. So we have the certified post-processors for the GT series machines, the DT series machines, the Swiss Deco machines, the XT series of machines. So whatever machine that's out there that supports the ISO code for Tornos, we're able to control these machines very easily. And what sets SolidCAM apart with these machines is just the unique way that Tornos has their tools available for placement on the machines, because it's very modular. Different tool holders can be put in different locations, and that's a problem with other CAM systems because you have to have a unique machine build for that. But because of all the specialized work that our development team has put into our toolkit and the work that our international post-processor team has done, we're able to modularize our components and put those wherever we need on those machines, giving our customers a very flexible user interface for controlling these machines.
Yeah, I mean, we have been part of the Tornos European sales event in Moutier. We were showcasing SolidCAM also to their resellers. And for us, this is the platform where we need to be in order to get out the message that we have a solution right out of the box for Tornos machines, and we are very proud about it. By the way, there is a Tornos machine also sitting out there where the whole breakfast area is, so you have to check it out. Thank you, Tornos, for bringing it here. A couple of more pictures, and
yeah, this is just kind of reiterating the different machines that we have post-processors for. So you can see that we're supporting the entire GT line, entire DT line. We've got the ST26, the Nano series, the Swiss Deco, which is a complete beast of a machine, but we're able to support it, as well as the newer XT style machines and some of these Sigma series and CT style machines. So any post-processors that you might need for Tornos, feel free to reach out to the international team and get with them to find out exactly what you need. Another thing that we're developing in partnerships, and this is back to the educational side of things, is working with Titans of CNC to provide an educational platform. Now, as referred to earlier, we started this partnership with Tornos to build out the Titans of CNC Swiss Academy. But within the last year, we're actually expanding upon that, and we're going to be developing the building block series of their platform, as well as the other educational suites that they have. And starting this month, you'll start seeing those videos populate on Titans of CNC. That way, any future user can go to that website and can start downloading those modules and really get a feel for how SolidCAM works. And with the platform that Titans offers, you can have real-world results with tooling automatically selected for you, and everybody can just jump in the SolidCAM and get a feel for how it's used.
yeah, and you know, there is a pattern in those videos that we put online. Greg always starting them.
Yes.
The same way. Greg, would you have the honor?
Hello, I'm Greg from SolidCAM.
All right, let me repeat the Texim slide just one time, because I think it's very important that this is what I was talking in the beginning. This is a machine reseller who is not just selling machines, tools, fixtures, software, and Texim is a prime example of why this matters with being present in all those countries. So yeah, we can help them sell more machines, and they help us obviously sell more software. So that's a great partnership. Thank you, Texim, for that. Okay, one more partnership I would like to mention. We started to have post-processors ready for all the Star machines. We have an employee inside SolidCAM Germany, Markus Ritter, who was working for Star for 14 years, and he knows everything inside out, the whole machines. So we were very happy that we were able to close this relationship with Star, and we are also part of the exhibitions, open houses, and they are also giving out a lead to the customer that, look, if you want CAM, go to SolidCAM, because that's in the end is very important for us to get out the message. Not just in Germany, we have the strong collaboration also in the US, in the UK, and also in Japan. Greg, would like to emphasize a little bit more the US side?
This is one of the ones that I really like, because when we first started getting into Swiss machining, especially in the United States, we really needed to lean on some people internationally to get us started. And that's when we flew out Daniel to the middle of nowhere in the United States, so yay, Daniel. But we started working on an SR38, and we did this for a customer, and we were able to get that up and running, and everything was good. And then we wanted to approach Star in the United States. And of course, when we first approached them, the name really wasn't out there yet. But we had had tremendous inroads from Markus Ritter in Germany, but also Gordon's team in the UK. I mean, their mastery of the Star machines and their relationship with Star in the UK is what really opened the door for us in the United States. Talking with the guys in Roslyn Heights, New York, they were able to go, okay, we don't really know who you are, but we're hearing good things from this location. We're hearing good things from that location. And we were able to pick up on that momentum and really build something great within the United States. And that's kind of what we want to do worldwide, is just showcase that, hey, we're doing great here. We're doing great over here. You're missing out if you're not using it in this part of the world. And so we're going to continue to build and expand in any region that you need.
You know what I continuously hear when I'm talking to companies who are not using CAM for Swiss set machines is they tell me, look, I just have a 2D sketch. I don't even know how to make a 3D object out of it. We created a short video where you can see how easy it is to make a 3D object or a solid out of a 2D sketch. And fun fact, the sketch that we see right now was sent to me by email of the technical manager of Star Germany, Peter Grüning. And he sent it to me and he was like, I would like to have this. So you will see that it's very easy. By the way, that means from sketch to CNC manufacturing. It was German. And those parts were giveaway parts on the exhibition. So whoever visited EMO most likely got a part like this. Now, to wrap up our presentation, Greg is going to talk about our global partnerships a little bit more in depth.
Yeah, the next couple slides are just going to show you some of the global reach that we have with partnerships. Whether it's from North America, Latin America, the EU, or APAC, we've got a wide spread of partners throughout the globe. So here we're going to focus on just some of the major players in each region. So for North America, we have Star, Tsugami, Nomura, Kennametal, Iscar, Hermle, companies like that. The new partnership with Titans of CNC, and then other new partnerships like we just sponsored software for an IndyCar team in Ed Carpenter Racing. And so we have a lot of wide reach with the different partners that we have. And then moving on to Latin America. In the short time that Daniel Santos has been running things, we've seen a lot of good partnerships starting to come out and a lot more to come. But premium partners like DN Solutions, Sugami, Spinner, Nomura, Star, Tornos, we see a lot of familiarity here, and we're going to continue to build region to region. Now, moving on to the EU, of course, there's a lot of countries here, and everybody's doing such a great job. This is just a small offering of the different partners that we have here, but you can see that it's very powerful, and each of you is growing in an incredible way. And then last but not least is our APAC region. Once again, this is just a small offering, but a tremendous growth in the APAC, in the partnerships, and seeing the open houses and the things that these teams are doing is just absolutely incredible. And then here, I promise it's not going to be as long as the initial startup here, but for whoever missed the opening, we've got a little bit of slides through the events that we've been doing, whether it's FANUC open houses that Michael Weibert was participating in, to the different events at Mitsubishi, at Citizen, at Star, open houses in the UK. So tremendous opportunities for us to all get out there and build and grow.
Okay, I will skip through the pictures. There are a couple hundred more. So partnerships aren't just part of our business. I think they're the reasons that our customers succeed, and their succeed is missing. It's black. But anyway, so to summarize our presentation, at SolidCAM we have reached a position where we were able to cooperate with all those partners out there. We are cooperating very nicely all over the globe, but it is always the local partnerships that works the best, together with Florian from Lademanufaktur and his team. It's always those human relationships that will bring us further. And if you remember, in the center of my presentation was the customer, and that what counts for SolidCAM the most. Customer is king. That's it.
Thank you.